your heart, cause I got bad intentions. I'm really a good girl at heart, I just make bad decisions. And I get way. So we're going to be doing the Baddies West episode 6 recap today. So let's get started. I feel like I really enjoyed watching this episode. Not that I didn't enjoy watching the other ones, but you know what I'm trying to say. Biggie and Rolly are outside. They're talking, smoking, just catching up. You know how they like to do. The girls are just talking about the performance that the girls had at the club. Biggie's giving Rolly her props. She's telling her how much of a good job she did and how everybody's calling her name, Rolly, Rolly. So then Razor approaches and she's just like, she is just sick as a dog. I was a little too lit last night. So then Rolly brings up the chaos that happened prior to the club, which was like 2 episodes ago. She brings up the chaos between Razor and Scotty. What I was going down before we went to the club, I'm like, y'all knew what was happening, okay? So I don't know why y'all trying to bring it up, but whatever. Razor is just like, I'm washing my hands with it. I'm done. We're not talking about it no more. And I'm like, thank you, Jesus, because it's tired. It's over with. Y'all squashed the beef. What are we still talking about? By the way, y'all, I got a mic. So hopefully, I mean, I don't know if y'all had trouble hearing me before, but I just got a mic because I feel like I don't really like to talk super loud. So hopefully this would, be a lot better for me. Continue. Natalie approaches Tommy sitting at the table, and they pretty much just start talking about the club appearance. Literally, you know how they do. Everybody wants to tell how they feel about something that had happened. So that's pretty much what they're doing in this beginning of this episode. Everybody's just talking about how they feel about the club performance and whatever. So Natalie expresses to Tommy how she feels like it's important that as leaders or producers, whatever you want to call them, that they are being supportive of the other girls because they're young and they're new to this and all this stuff. And pretty much, I guess Natalie was trying to say, like, if the girls look over and they're not, hyping them up, being turned, stuff like that, they was probably going to feel like, oh, y'all some haters, or something like that. So I don't know. I guess she was saying that because maybe Tommy was not as hype maybe when Stunna Girl performed her song. I don't know. I'm just trying to draw conclusions here. So then Tommy is just like, well, I mean, I like Krishan. I like Krishan's song. Krishan's song is lit and everybody really enjoys her song. And, she was pretty much just saying like, when she found that when Krishan was performing, she could sense that her energy was coming down throughout her performance. So she said that she was pretty much in her ear, trying to hype her up, like, keep going, like, you doing a good job, keep going, da da da. Tommy is just like, I don't know the other girls' songs, and, and if I don't like it, I'm just not going to fake it. Then she says, I don't feel the voice of little girl. She's talking about Stunna. So she's just like, I'm not a hater. I just don't like it. So then Natalie's just like, oh, well, I just hope that, as time goes by, it gets better for y'all and, y'all don't have this beef. And I guess she's just hoping and praying that the beef just magically disappears, just magically fades into the abyss. But Tommy was like, bless your heart. And anybody from the South knows that when somebody says bless your heart, yeah, bless your heart indeed. But girl, I'm gonna pray for you because if you have never heard bless your heart, if you never heard nobody say that before, that just means, girl, you dumb, or
you are really dumb, for real.
Did somebody ever say bless your heart to me, girl? So in this next scene here, Stunna Girl. Well, it was Kat and Scotty, but then Stunna Girl came and sat on the bed with the both of them, and they were just talking about the club appearance. Kat is just talking about like, yes, I'm just so happy that we're finally getting to the bag, blah blah blah. I'm so tired of all the drama. Scotty and Kat is telling Stunna Girl that she's doing a great job. Like her performance was really, it was lit. And Kat is just telling Stunna Girl like, I'm so proud of you. You not only did you do a great job performing, but you also were able to perform on the stage with a girl that you don't like. And I can understand how hard that probably is. So then they start talking about the sit down that Tommy and Stunna Girl had the last episode and how it really did not go as planned. Kat says that she did watch back the footage from the auditions and she most definitely did see Tommy throw a drink on Stunna, and she was just kind of baffled because she's like, wow, like, this whole time Tommy is making it out to seem like Stunna Girl is crazy or she's a liar, when in all actuality you did throw a drink on her and you're acting like you did not, and the cameras caught it. And it's like, I know you watched it. I know you. I know I didn't. I didn't watch it initially, but I did watch it. But like, you threw a drink on a girl. Stunner Girl loves saying she got her little lingos that she like to use. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Da, 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 da. Scotty said, Stunner Girl, what is going on? And she was like, you already know. You just already know. You already know what's going on. We have Low London, Sky, and then Krishan comes outside to talk with the two of them. And once again, they're talking about their appearance from the club the night before. So they're just like, Rock, you did a really great job, like a rock star, literally. So then Lo, she's just like, yeah, like you was kissing everybody, like you was just kissing all the ladies, Krishan. And Krishan was like, I did kiss you, like, oh my God. And Lo was like, and you over here talking about you're not gay, you're not gay. And I just feel like any girl, I don't know, and I'm speaking from because I know, but like any girl that gotta steadily say I'm not gay, I'm not gay, I'm not gay, or guy or whoever, they got a little sugar in their tank, and that's okay. Krishan just has not crossed that bridge in her life. I don't mean I don't want to be putting stuff on her, but I'm thinking that maybe she just has not crossed that bridge in her life where she's able to admit I like women too, because literally y'all are not going to sit here and tell me that I'm not going to tell me that a girl don't like girls. Like, I don't know, whatever, we're moving on. So then Sky little messy self, she brought up, oh yeah, like, Tommy was feeling some type of way because, she wanted to close the night, but instead you closed it. And Krishan was just like, that's not really that big of a deal to me. Like, I mean, Sky could have just been telling her that, just as her friend, just trying to look out. Maybe she wasn't trying to be messy, but I'm like, let's be honest. Did you want Krishan to have a problem with her? Because they be cutting stuff out. So the fact that Krishan was like, I don't know, that's just not a big deal. And then Sky was just like, yeah, but like I could see her be irritated by it. I'm like, girl, you just keep trying to bring it up. Like, what are you trying to do? And Krishan was just like, I don't know, like I fuck with Tommy, so like, and she was pretty much just explaining like, the crowd was calling her name and they wanted her to perform. So that's just, then she had the mic and she's like, it was a wrap. So then Lo brings up the drama between Scotty and Razor, and I'm just like, production, please. This is We're moving on. Y'all just trying to have something to talk about, and I don't want to talk about it no more. I'm tired. So production, these questions that y'all trying to get them to talk about or whatever, hang it up because I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired. So then Scott was just like, "Oh yeah, I think somebody's lying. I don't know who, but I think somebody's lying." And then Krishan, she's just like, "Why are we talking about this? Like, this literally does nothing for me. This drama does nothing for me." So in this next scene here, Natalie is sitting in her room on the bed, and Biggie is then summoned by Natalie. So Natalie's all dressed for the club, and she ready to go. And Biggie comes in, she's dressed up as well, and pretty much in Natalie's confessional, she was just like, I'm ready. I'm not gonna be running behind these girls trying to see if they ready. So I'm gonna get Biggie to do it. And then Natalie is just telling Biggie, like, oh, you look so beautiful. So Natalie is just like really like overly complimenting Biggie. And I don't know if that's just like me trying to find a problem and everything, but it just gave me like manipulative. Like, I don't know if anybody else peeped it or felt that energy from her, but it was giving.
You're like really pretty. Thank you. So you agree? What? You think you're really pretty? Oh,
Way, because then she even said, like, after she was like complimenting her, Biggie was just like, like, period, stuff like that. And Natalie was just like, oh God, I'm creating a monster. And then Biggie was like, just a little bit. I don't know exactly what she said, but she was like, yeah. So then Biggie, she leaves out of the room. She goes up and she's rounding up everybody like, get yourself together because we're about to go. Natalie is downstairs and she calls all the girls to head down the stairs. So everyone's all dressed up. They compliment each other. Everybody looks so cute. And then Tommy is then called over to the group as well by Natalie. Pretty much, she's just giving them a rundown on the night before and like what she expects from them tonight. And she's just like, the club appearance from last night was kind of all over the place because um people was just getting on the stage performing and your name was not on the list. So then she breaks the news to them that the Baddies bus is broke down. I'm like, dang, this last season, Baddie South, they got their bus taken away. This season, the bus is messed up. Come on now. And then somebody in the group was like, I thought you said this bus was like new. So instead of the Batty bus, they're going on a party bus. So then Natalie talks about how, it's good that the girls are posting the flyers on their Instagram story and, she'll go to, she'll be tagged in a post and she'll want to repost it, but she can't because somebody done put something on the flyer and she's like, I'm not sharing that. And pretty much Stunna Girl put a grandma emoji over Tommy's face. And she was like, come on, y'all, like we can't do that. I'm not reposting that. And then Stunna Girl was just like, it's the grandma for me. It's the grandma for me. And I'm like, girl, you are so childish. Like, mind you, Tommy is right there. Like Tommy's standing right there. And Tommy was just like, that's my cue. I'm out because what I'm not gonna do is this. And I feel her like, girl, no, we didn't squash our beef, and there's still an issue, but come on now, like, no. So then Natalie was like, um, what did she say? Uh, when the girls started laughing, and when Stunna Girl was like, "Yeah, it's the grandma for me. It's the grandma. That's grandma. That's grandma," and Natalie was like, oh my gosh, you're being silly or you're so silly, something like that. And Tommy was like, no, it's not silly, it's corny. And I was like, yeah, put her in her place because you're not going to be my friend over here talking about oh, you're being silly. Granted, I know they're not like super duper close, but it's just like, if we're a team, we're on the same level here and you're over here talking about oh, you're so silly, blah, blah, blah. Like, girl, no. I didn't like that. But Tommy was like, it's not silly, it's corny. And then she walks away, and I'm like, as you should. So then the girls finally get on the party bus, and finally they can all ride in the same vehicle. Everybody's in the same car, finally. So they finally get to the club, and everybody they end up performing again. This time they didn't really like show the people like everybody's performances. They just kind of like they showed it, but they had like music on top of it, so we couldn't really hear how they actually did. But I guess they probably just didn't want to repeat the same thing from the last episode. I don't know. So finally, in this episode, Sky is actually doing what she is supposed to be doing, and that's DJing. DJ Sky High Baby with that long ass name. Like, girl, you couldn't come up with something. DJ Sky High Baby. Why do you have four names? Finally doing what she was brought on the show to do. And we're going to get into that in a second because I was like, ooh. So everybody performs, and I guess Krishan is the last one to perform again. Krishan left as soon as her performance was over and she went to go be with Blueface. So Natalie introduces Sky to the audience. So then I'm like, okay, period. Sky said she got a surprise. She was like, they ain't seen this coming. Yeah, we didn't. I promise we didn't. The girl starts rapping. Yes, ma'am. So then Natalie was just like, after we just talked about this at the house, you come to the club and do exactly what I asked y'all not to do. So she was like, I'm keeping it cute for now, but this is definitely a conversation that needs to be had. I'm like, yeah, because like you're just gonna do whatever you want to do, huh? And my thing is, what are the other girls' jobs? Like obviously, Stunna, Roly, uh, Tommy, and Krishan, they rap, but I'm like, so what do the other girls do? Like I know Scotty is like a fitness whatever. I don't know. So then this is the part of this episode that has me like screaming because Natalie comes into the room to have a conversation with Sky. So for starters, Natalie is annoyed because Krishan is MIA. And if you guys remember, or if you don't, I'm gonna jog your memory. Um, Natalie brought DJ Sky High Baby onto Baddies to be a DJ and to babysit Krishan because they're best friends. So Natalie's just like, Krishan has not been answering her phone. She's not answering her text. I've been blowing up her phone, blowing up her, texting her all this stuff. She's not responding to me. Where is Krishan? You were supposed to be keeping up with Krishan, and she's nowhere to be found. So now I'm pissed off with you. So obviously, we already knew where Krishan was. She was with Blueface. Sky was just like, when Blueface was there, it was a wrap. She was like, it was nothing I could say that was gonna make her, what I'm saying, stay at this house. Natalie was just like, Krishan's stuff has been here for days and she hasn't been back to get it. So where's she at? And she's just like, you should have at least went with her. Whenever she went to go be with Blueface, she was like, you should have went with her. And she was like, should I? And she's like, yeah. So that way you could have been keeping tabs on her so that way she could come back. And I'm like, Kershawn is really the bag, ain't she? So Natalie's just mad because Sky was not being responsible and fulfilling her job duties and all this stuff. Like she's really like doing them a lot. In my personal opinion, she was doing a lot. Then Natalie also brings up Sky hopping on the mic. She was like, I have to sit down for this. I was like, girl, you're doing a lot. Natalie says that she feels as though she stepped on the girl's toes by her just hopping on the mic, when she's supposed to be a DJ. Like you're supposed to be DJing, not rapping, She was like, I didn't even know you had a song. And so Scott was just like, well, the night before, I thought everybody was getting their little 1-2 in. So she was like, I wanted to hop on the mic and do my big one. And Natalie trying to act confused, talking about who are we talking about? Like, girl, because you literally just had a conversation about this. Like, what are you talking about? Sky was like, did Lo not perform her song? I'm like, yeah, she definitely did. So she's just like, the same conversation needs to be had with Lo if you're gonna sit here and try to have a conversation with me. So Natalie's just like, just don't do that no more. Like your two jobs are DJing and babysitting Krishan. When you're not DJing, you're looking after Krishan. When you're not looking after Krishan, you need to be DJing. And those are your only two jobs. And I was like, wow, the way I would have went home. You're not gonna be talking to me like that. I'm so sorry. Like what? The way I would have went home or smacked her because who are you talking to? Natalie says, you should be mad at Krishan because I'm mad at you. So you should really be mad at her. Like I know that's your friend and all, but you should be mad at her. I'm like, Natalie, grow up. Like, come on now. Natalie says to Sky, you wouldn't like it if I told you to go home, right? Or I'm sending you home or something like that. That is crazy. I don't know, just the way that she's kind of like the way that you hold that over my head. I would not want to stay. I would not want to stay, and I'd be like, yeah, you don't have to ever worry about me. Fuck them kids and fuck you too. In this next scene, Lo and Razor are outside, and they're just talking to each other, and then Tommy walks up. Lo says to Tommy like, "Oh, like I thought you, Rolly, Krishan, and Stunna Girl were the only ones that were supposed to perform. I didn't know that DJ Sky High had a song that she was going to be performing." So Tommy was like, "Yeah, we working through that right now." And then they also say like, I heard Krishan is like went home, and so she's like, "Yeah, we working through that too." And then Lo was just like, I mean, Sky performing her song, like put me on the roster. I'm like, you already went. Like, don't get greedy. You already went. But my thing is, if they are having these songs and they're performing these songs, I mean, if they have these songs in the vault, why are they not able to perform them? Like, I mean, like if they're whatever contract they're signed on or whatever, does it say like you are here to do X, Y, and Z or something like? Why can't they? So in regards to Sky just hopping on the mic and Krishan going home, Tommy is just like, yeah, these are things that we're currently like trying to sort through or whatever, and we just can't be moving like that. Um, as far as Sky hopping on the mic, she was like, you know, there's a reason why we're trying to make things be more organized because we don't want people to think like, we just be allowing anything. Like we go for anything. So, which I can see that because then they were just like, yeah, because like on the flyers it probably says, performances by X, Y, and Z, and you got A over here trying to perform. Like it looks messy. It looks tacky. And she also mentioned how Krishan going home and going with be with Blueface, is not cool. They can't be moving like that, in the future. And she was just like, everybody's homesick. Everybody wants to be in their comfortable environment, but it's like we're here right now, so this is where you need to be. Then Razor says to Tommy, like, yeah, like I just really want you and Stunna Girl to get over y'all beef. And Tommy said, what have you seen to make you feel like I'm on it? I said, oop, oop. So Kat brings Stunna Girl over to Biggie to have a conversation about their beef because she feels like they don't really have a real issue. Like they don't like each other for no reason. And everybody else was able to get past their drama with the exception of Tommy and Stunna Girl. But everybody was able to get past their drama. So just like, y'all don't have a real issue to not like each other. So can y'all just like drop it? But Biggie was just like, ain't nothing to talk about. I just don't fool with the girl. I just don't like her. I don't like her.
This should work. Like team.
There's really not much to speak about. I don't care for the girl too much.
The bitch sitting there blowing smoke out her nose like she on some Scarface shit. And she sits there and says, I don't care about the bitch. Usually if I'm coming to fight somebody, I have my hair wrap on. I have my hair tied up, bonnet on, you know what I'm saying?
So Kat walks away and they pretty much just start talking about the root of the situation, which is the first episode when they were on the bus and question was asked by, I don't remember exactly, it was either Kat or Lo. Kat or Lo asked this question. But they said, how do you feel about Tommy after what happened yesterday? Biggie was like, I feel like Tommy handled it to be like, I feel like Tommy handled it very professionally. And because I just feel like there's a time and a place for everything. So, of course, one of the girls, the one who fought Tommy or who snuck Tommy or whatever. And she's sitting on the bus. So she's just like, she turns around and she was just like, who are you to tell me when I need to be fighting? Like, mind your business. Um, every time somebody says something, you just have to rebuttal and talk. Like, just shut up. You're always talking. Biggie was just like, I was just trying to give you constructive criticism and you don't know how to handle that. Biggie was like, I manage girls like you. Like, I manage girls like you, just like you, like da da da. Stunna Girl was like, you can never manage a girl like me because I make more money than you. I make more money than you. Biggie was like, you don't know what I make. And Stunna Girl was like, I can tell that you don't make a lot of money by the chain that you got on your neck. I was like, oh my God. So Biggie was like, I mean, yeah, because you lay on your back. Like, that's how you get your money because you lay on your back. And Stunna was like, you wish you could lay on your back because if I was a nigga, I would never fuck you. They're going back and forth. And a member from production came to fix Stunna Girl's mic. And she said something. It was kind of like, I mean, somebody, y'all might have caught it, but I didn't catch what she said. She said something that pissed Biggie off. And Biggie punched her ass. She punched her. She punched her. And Stunna Girl pretty much felt like she was snuck because production was fixing her mic. So she was facing production and Biggie was on the side. Hello? You did not have to jiggle like that. Embarrassing me. Anyways, Biggie was on the side of her and she was facing production and then Biggie just like she punched her. She punched her clean in her face and Stunna Girl went flying. She went gone with the wind. She was gone in the wind. Like, so this next episode, this Sunday, is probably going to be the rest of the fight because they really kind of cut the fight short. So we have something to look forward to next episode. So yeah, so that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, so hopefully you guys did too. And like I always say in my other videos, leave some suggestions on video ideas that I should do. I do have a vlog coming out I'm gonna edit it right after I edit this video because I need to hurry up and get this one up. But yeah, so make sure you stay tuned for my vlog because it's coming out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys in my next video. And make sure you follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. Because if you're not, then what are you doing? Like, and follow me on Twitter because I also have my jewelry business in the description box down below, etherealcollections.com. Go get you something. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.